And I know, don't beat me up. I know I've been missing in action. I have so many things to share with you all, so many things to tell you about. Let's just jump right on in. Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Sarah here and welcome back to the Chateau for another Self-Care Sunday. Okay, so the hair. It's very, very different than what you guys are used to, and you can't get used to it, unfortunately. My weight loss journey is not over, and I cannot maintain my hair straight this way. And I'm natural for those who are unaware, but I cannot maintain my hair this way while I'm working out, and I definitely want to get back to it once I feel 100%, because, you know, I just don't have the energy for it right now in this moment, but I'm going to enjoy it today while I have it. So, unfortunately, I did not just and only have to deal with COVID, or Miss Rona, as some people are calling it on Instagram. I actually also had to deal with, or have to deal with, Aunt Flo. So, you know, COVID's on its way out, Miss Rona's on the way out, and Aunt Flo is on the way in. And I know you guys see, like, she sent a message to let me know she's coming. I don't know if you can see it, but, you know, I have a little pimple right there. Anyway, and let me tell y'all, Aunt Flo, for me, and I know that there's some other fashion fiends out there who have to deal with this. And what I'm talking about is your menstrual cycle, for those who don't know who Aunt Flo is. But she comes in with a vengeance for me. Once upon a time, even worse. And that's why we're about to talk about this, because I want to share one of my secrets with you all. But she comes in with a vengeance.
She is heavy.
She is not light. She doesn't play, okay? Not for me. These days, I don't necessarily experience cramps, and I used to. Oh, they were terrible. Oh my gosh, like, I could not show up as my best self when Aunt Flo was in town. She just came to cause all types of ruckus. Do you hear me? Messing up clothes, making me feel terrible. The bloat was terrible. The cramps, oh my goodness. I know that I'm not the only one who experienced it. And actually, I know people who experience cramps way worse than I. But you guys, I'm telling you, I have discovered someone time enough for Aunt Flo. Yes, you heard it here. And no, this is not sponsored. I have been dying. As a matter of fact, things like this is the reason why I wanted to start the channel. So let me share with you guys how I found someone, or where I found someone strong enough for Aunt Flo. Okay, so let me share first and foremost, strong enough to handle Aunt Flo, especially when she's heavy. I use, and you guys may have seen this in my restock video, I use a sanitary napkin. And I know that a lot of people probably like, you know, like what? I just feel more comfortable knowing that the sanitary napkin is there. It's just how I roll. I understand my tampon girls are out there, but y'all know how I feel. If tampons is your jam, I support you 110%. Like, you know what? I'll pass. Unless I am wearing something that requires it, right? I'm going to the pool or something like that. But anyway, let's just get with what the Queen of F.E.A.N wears. So, I just want to share what works for me. So, for a heavy flow, in this box, I was about to put it in the trash, but I just wanted you guys to see the actual box. So I use the number 5, Always Radiant with Flex Foam. My sister actually put me on to this particular pad. I'm gonna put the box down. I have one here in my hand because I know for girls who have a really, really heavy flow, usually you'll see like this humongous pad and it's nice and super duper thick. And I actually used to use those way back when. Not every day for me is a heavy flow, but I like to prepare just in case. I mean, you never know when it's gonna hit, but I use the same type of pad just in case, you know, Aunt Flo tries to be a little tricky. You know, I like to prepare for her because I'm not gonna have her embarrassing me or messing up my clothes. So it all starts for me with the pad. So I utilize the number 5. Now, obviously you can go from 1 to 5, just depending on how your flow works. But I think that these sanitary napkins are the best sanitary napkins, just based on my experience. And disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. I am just here sharing what works for me, what I do during that time period. And everything that I'll share from this moment forward will be centered around that. What I usually wear to work, when I have to go to work, when I'm on my cycle. So when Aunt Flo was in town, the number 5s come out, y'all. The number 5s come out, and they are super duper absorbent. And this is not sponsored, by the way. This is just my experience. I think that this is the best sanitary napkin on the market that I have tried. And I've always stuck with Always brand. But this particular Always sanitary napkin, I think is super duper thin. If you have to wrap it in your hand and, you know, be very discreet and go to the restroom, you can put that super absorbent sanitary napkin in your hand. Of course, they sell small purses or compact purses that you can, you know, put your items in, just so that you can excuse yourself and go to the restroom. But just in case that's not available, or you don't want to buy another thing, it's just that small. Ball it up in your hand and run to the ladies' room. But anyway, so this is what I use here when it's that time of the month. Super duper thin, super compact, and works like a charm. But I will say, when I'm at work, I like to have extra insurance. And what's the insurance, you may be asking yourself? Well, hello, you guys know what I'm gonna share. So it's right here in this little bag. Okay, so yep, obviously it's a purchase from Target. I actually ordered some of these panties a few months ago, and they work so well that I ordered more, but I didn't open them all. I just saved them for me to share with you all, because, you know, I like to bring the new. So we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing or unbagging. Okay, so these here, they're actually period panties, believe it or not. I didn't even know things like this existed. I just stumbled upon them in a Target one day, and I bought the one pair. They were so good, or they worked so well, that I went ahead and ordered a few more and saved this one to share with you all. So I will say that these are a high-waisted panty, and they have a very high absorbency. Actually, it says super absorbency, but if you look on their website, and I'll provide the link below, they have varying absorbencies. It just depends on, you know, you and your flow, right? But the purpose of these panties is to replace a sanitary napkin or a tampon, and you don't necessarily have to wear that. So for me, because I like to use these as insurance and not as the actual item for coverage, I would wear my sanitary napkin with these panties, and it just gives me that added insurance, just in case anything goes wrong or Aunt Flo is deciding to be very, very heavy. I have that added insurance so that I don't mess my clothing up. So here you have it, and I will definitely provide a link below. Now, I don't necessarily like to wear, you know, anything skimpy. I like to feel super duper secure. So again, these are full coverage, but they actually do have varying levels of coverage as well. So not only do they have varying levels of absorbency, but also coverage. Love these. This is one of my secret weapons that I use just to make sure I don't, you know, have any embarrassing moments, especially while I'm at work. These right here are going to change the game when it comes to period panties. I know we are usually thinking of period panties as the ugly underwear, the messed up underwear. Well, these don't have to be ugly, and nor will they get messed up, depending on the color that you purchase. They come in multiple colors. I myself personally just love them in black. It's just the most appropriate, and I buy enough to cover the time period that I can expect for Aunt Flo to be in town. In addition to making sure I have on the high absorbency sanitary napkin and the high absorbency panty, I also make sure I just wear all black from the waist down. So during that time period, during that week where there's any possibility of Aunt Flo wanting to make her presence known to everyone else in my office, I make sure I wear all black. So that's one of the things that you'll note in my wardrobe for the week. I am going to be wearing black pants, black skirt, black dress, anything to ensure that I am wearing all black from the waist down. Okay, now let's get to the juicy part, because this is the part that I would want to see if I were you. Usually Aunt Flo would come to town with a vengeance, y'all. She would send the pain first. She would bring the pain, not just by way of a pimple, because I'm going to figure out how to get rid of those, but cramps. Oh my goodness. Like, I would experience the worst cramps ever. But I just want to share that for the last year and a half, I have not had one cramp. That's right, you heard it. And I know it sounds unreal, but I have not experienced one menstrual cramp in the last year and a half. And it's because of this little itty bitty bar of soap right here. So as you guys can see, hopefully you can see, it's called Needle Eye soap. And I discovered this because I was looking for sea moss. And I followed a young lady who was promoting a company called My Essentials, and they sold sea moss. So I purchased the sea moss, but then I looked through, you know, a few of the other items. There was also tea, and I purchased some tea. Then I noticed some soaps. And this particular soap, I noticed, said that it's good for, and I'm going to read it directly off of the packaging: tightening and toning your vagina, menstrual cramps, controls yeast infection, eliminates odor, and balances skin's natural pH. So, you know, I kind of just glazed over it a little bit and went on to the rest of the soaps. And then I thought about it. Did that say menstrual cramps? Like, what does it do for menstrual cramps? I tried to do some research, and not like real research. I just went on Instagram and searched up Needle Eye soap. And one video came up, one video. It was a young lady who wanted to share her experience with me. She was super duper excited. First of all, she explained that she tried to do some research and she didn't find any out there. She didn't find anyone sharing their experience with this particular soap on Instagram. So she wanted to share her experience. She talked about how bad her menstrual cramps were. And I'm pretty sure it's similar to a lot of our story. And I'm telling you, even if they aren't really bad, like who wants them? Who wants to deal with menstrual cramps? Not me. Well, this young lady explained that she used the soap. She used it similar to how you would use Summer's Eve, right? So, you know, any feminine wash that you would use in your vaginal area. In the following month, she did not have one menstrual cramp. And I'm like, well, it's not her company, and she doesn't have any reason to lie, and hopefully it wouldn't cause me any harm. So I went ahead and ordered the soap. You guys, it's the best decision I ever made in my life. The best, literally the best. I am so thankful to not have to experience menstrual cramps, because for many years I just dealt with it. I don't like taking medication, so I wasn't willing to, you know, pop a whole bunch of Motrin or Midol or whatever they have on the market. I just didn't want to take anything. So it would just be me and my heating pad. But thanks to this particular soap, and this is not sponsored, this is just me sharing with my fellow fiends what worked for me. And, you know, as fiends, we like to look our best. Well, and we like to feel our best as well. And this right here has saved me during my menstrual cycle when Aunt Flo is in town. I make sure, and actually I have to be honest, I use it every single time I shower, just to ensure, you know, whatever it's doing it way before Aunt Flo thinks about coming to town. I don't wait until I know it's about to be that time. I make sure I use it prior to. Now, this doesn't come with instructions. It doesn't say, you know, to use prior to. It doesn't really give you much direction at all. So I use it every single day just to make sure sure I don't have to experience Aunt Flo's vengeance. Bad enough I have to deal with how heavy she is. I don't want to deal with the pain as well. So anyway, the link will be down below. Definitely encourage you all to speak with your doctors just to make sure they recommend. And the contents are right, the ingredients are right there. Marigold, black cumin, baking soda, sodium cocoate, I don't even know what that is, and an essential oil blend. So that's what it says the ingredients are. Definitely look into it. And I do have to say this. Apparently other people found out about this secret and they just haven't been sharing it with us, y'all, because I haven't been seeing it talked about much on the gram, but it's sold out. It's sold out with this particular company, My Essentials, just because I wanted to make sure you all would be able to get some. I reached out to the company by way of email and requested a restock or asked when they would restock. I haven't gotten a definite date on the restock. I do know that they're looking into it. So of course, as soon as I hear about it, I'll let you all know. But I'll provide a link below so that you can keep an eye out yourself. If any of you all have had an experience with the needle eye soap, comment down below and let me know. I mean, I can't confirm or deny any of the other things that it says that it's good for here, like as to whether or not it works. I can just say that your girl doesn't have any menstrual cramps, and I'm super thankful for that aspect of it. Now, let's go ahead and get into this week's look. Well, it looks like that's all I have for you guys today. I know the video was a little bit lengthy and I really appreciate you for hanging in here with me. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I was sick. I hope you guys had the opportunity to check out the video that I uploaded right before this one, where I talk about my COVID experience. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I'll see you guys back here at the Chateau next Sunday for another self-care.